For those who don't know, I live in a city where there's basically a huge competition. There's a competition between the blue neighborhood and the red neighborhood. Basically, we're enemies, and there's a wall here dividing both neighborhoods. But for some reason this player is tagging the wall. I have to go after him to avoid problems, because for those who don't know, there are several battles here in the city. Usually people who are alone get attacked here in Roblox, especially because the blues are enemies of the reds. So I came here to take care of him. I said, you know it's dangerous to come here alone, right? I really hope he knows that, but he's looking here. He said, you weren't supposed to see this. But yes, I know that. From what I noticed, he's doing graffiti. He didn't want me to find out. But now he just went back to doing it. Guys, I'm going to let him keep drawing. But I'm looking back here, and basically there's a player from the red neighborhood watching my friend. So guys, he has to get out of here urgently. I said, get out of here. Come with me. Seriously, he has to get out of here. Especially because this place is no longer safe. So he came back inside, and now we're returning to the neighborhood. But for those who don't know, the entire city is divided into two sides here in Brookhaven. There's really a huge wall that prevents people from invading the neighborhood. But there's this challenge happening here. The reds have to come to our base, and if one of them steps right here, they'll basically win against us. And if us from the blue team reach their base and find their pool, we can basically win against them. But this is really hard, so much so that no player has done it so far. He said, we could be the first. Yes, that's true, but the best thing we can do is focus on protecting our base, because that's much more important. So he's coming back here. Guys, I'm coming inside, because we have to protect exactly this part of the house, so much so that he got here to really take care of this area. Because if they step here, we'll basically lose everything we have in Roblox. We'll lose our base and become reds, which is something we don't want to happen. But now I'm coming here to talk to the boss here in Roblox. And yes, this is my boss. I said, let's investigate their base. Seriously, I really want to do this, because it's going to be very important. He said, okay, let's go. He's going to stay and guard the base. Guys, this player is right here. But from what I noticed, the players are coming up front. They're basically climbing up onto their base, and their base is really important, and they have to protect it at all costs. But it looks like they're coming down here. I don't know what's happening, but their gate closed, which means I don't know what's going on. But the boss is coming here, so I'm going to get in the van, and now we'll have to go. But there's a problem. I can't go the regular way, since it's impossible to get through here. The border is completely blocked, so the best way to do this is basically going around the entire city. So I'm arriving back here, and now I managed to climb up on top of their base territory, and now I just have to reach the front. But I have to be really careful, because at any moment they could leave and realize we're here. My boss got here, and now he grabbed a camera to record this. I don't really know what he's filming, but it looks like they're leaving now, and all of them are in that limousine. He said, let's go have lunch. Apparently they're just going out for lunch here in Brookhaven. Guys, this is really great. I thought they were coming to invade our base in Roblox, but apparently they're coming to the shop just to eat candy, and the player came right here and is eating this candy in Roblox. Guys, this is really impressive. They're not attacking us. They're actually just here eating without knowing that we're near their base. But now I'm going to have to invade it. I said, let me know if they come back. Seriously, he's going to have to warn me. So now I'm going back here, and I'm going to enter the secret passage. If I get right here, we have this ladder that I can go down to access their base here in Roblox, which is really weird. But now I'm arriving right here. But first I have to check for cameras, because there's a chance there might be cameras, and there really is a camera right here, so I have to run through. But I had a better idea. I just grabbed this umbrella, and now I'm going to pass right here, because it's unlikely they'll see me while I'm holding this umbrella. And now I'm in their base. Their base is very high-tech. You can see there are several servers here, and also several computers, but I don't know where the pool is. It's really hard to find it, especially because I don't see any pool anywhere. There are simply no pools, but there's a chance that maybe the pool is right here, because there's a secret passage here, but I don't know how to access it. It's really difficult. But he said, they're coming back. Be careful. Guys, if my boss said that, it's because something very important is happening, and he even hid here. But it looks like those players are coming back. They really came back up here, which is just horrible. But now they went down here. I have to hide urgently, especially because they're already coming here. Actually, there's a guard here, and there's also another guard up there. But now a player is coming this way. He probably knows what's going on, since he came straight down here, holding a Roblox item. He's really trying to find me. And guys, I'm safe here for now. I'm well hidden, but he's getting closer and closer. And now he's watching TV, but I'm stuck in the bathroom. I don't know how I'm going to get out of here. The only way I can get out is if the player leaves. But apparently he went back there, probably to get something. But now it looks like he's messing with something, and he accidentally turned off the light. I really don't know why he did that, but now he's turning around here, and he's holding this Roblox item that now has a flashlight. He said, I know someone is here, and you're done. Guys, this is terrible. He's trying to find me in Roblox. He started by checking the servers, but I'm going to hide right here, because there's not much else I can do. But he still doesn't know where I am. He really has no idea, and that's very good. I'm still well hidden here. But guys, he's coming back here, and now I can finally try to escape from here. But he just came back, and he's looking here. Guys, I have to get out of here urgently. I don't know how I'm going to escape from here, since he knows I'm here. He really knows I'm here. But guys, I'm looking back here, and there's something on this computer. Now he just left, so I'm going to take this chance and come back here, because I want to see what's here. Apparently there's a card. I just grabbed this card. Guys, this looks really important. Now I basically have to go back here. But now he turned the light back on to search for me again. This is really weird, because he knows I'm in here, but he doesn't know where. But now he's coming this way. Guys, I have to go inside here urgently, so now this door closed. and he just arrived here, but he couldn't find me, and he finally left. But guys, now I'm in this room that's really strange, but in front of me there's this pool, and there are also several cameras to monitor everything that happens in here. But guys, now the light started flickering in a really weird way. They probably realized what happened, but I just won the match. Now he just got here. But guys, I don't think he's very happy. He said, "This is your end. What are your last words?" Man, but I just won this. I literally won the match, and it doesn't make sense what he's doing. Actually, this is not fair. Now another player showed up back here, but he's staring at the player. He said, "Wait, but he won." So that's exactly what happened. But guys, it looks like his boss doesn't want to admit that I just won. Actually, they want to lie to everyone and say nothing really happened. He said, "Stay quiet. We can't lose." And that's why this is the end for that player. Clearly this is terrible. He really wants to take me down. This is just horrible. But that player just opened this door, probably so I can get out of here. So guys, I'm running back here because I have to escape urgently. But guys, right here there's a player. So I grabbed this umbrella, and now I'm walking past back here, and he just saw it and simply ignored it. This umbrella really confuses players a lot. But now this player left, and I simply have a problem. Clearly I'm going to get into this van, and we finally managed to get out of here. This player was really scared because I managed to defeat him. He said he didn't win. He's a liar. Don't believe him. It looks like he's saying that to the players, and one of them is arriving right here. But this player knows the truth. Meanwhile, the other one is coming up here, and he simply agreed. This is really weird. But now we're going back to our base. We really need to return urgently because I have to tell the players what's going on. I have to tell all of them that the Reds are not following the rules of the game. So all of them have to come here for an urgent meeting. So much so that this player is coming down here. He's really running here because this meeting is going to be very important. I said I won the match, but they didn't acknowledge it, which means they're not playing fair with me. That means maybe they're going to try to invade our base. He said, "Okay, we need defenses. I have an idea of what we can do." Look, surprisingly, I actually have several ideas. We can place several tanks here and just a lot of defenses to protect us from the players. So I started by picking up this tank, which is going to be very important to protect us. So one of the players climbed up to really take care of this tank. But now we have to make a border here, like this one, because this divided the city very well. So if we do this in the neighborhood, it will definitely work very well. So now the players started building here, but this is really going to take a long time. But guys, now a lot of time has passed, and we're finally finishing this. The base is looking perfect. We have this border here to prevent them from coming inside. But now I'm going to have to drive this tank. I'm going to move it a little forward, because if the tank stays here, it's going to cause a lot of fear in the players. But now I need the player to come right here, because he has a very important job he's going to have to do here in the neighborhood. I said, climb the house and shoot arrows at them. And yes, I'm serious. Even though he has this item, I just want him to shoot arrows. He said, I can also use this item. Look, I don't want to, because I just want the players to stop coming to our base. So he has to drop that item and pick up the bow and arrow. And now he's going to have to climb up here to really hit the players. Guys, we simply have here the greatest defense of all time, but I'm going to take the opportunity and climb on top of this giant house in Roblox, because I'm going to have to negotiate with the players. So now I'm right here. I basically have this item to communicate with them, so they can hear everything I'm saying. So guys, I'm arriving right here, and from what I noticed, they're not coming here. In fact, there's no sign of them, which is really strange. Maybe we all got ready for absolutely nothing, but now it looks like they're coming down here, and they picked a very specific car to attack us in Roblox. Guys, this is really weird. Now they're arriving up front. I don't know how they're going to get here, but apparently they're going to break this exact wall in Roblox. Clearly this is terrible, and now he started shooting up front, and he really just broke it, and now they can come right here. Clearly this is terrible. They're really arriving, but what they don't know is that there's a tank waiting for them. There's literally a tank right here, and guys, I don't think they're very happy. So much so that now they're aiming this item in our direction, but their car is way less powerful than our tank in Roblox. I said, get out of the car. Let's talk. Seriously, I want to talk to them. So some player is going to have to get out of the car. Apparently the boss just got out. This player, for those who don't know, is the same person who didn't recognize my victory. I literally won, but he didn't acknowledge it. He said, you lied that you won. We all know it. Now they all arrived right here, and guys, they're really here to battle. They probably want our base. He said, give us your base and we won't attack you. I said, you lied. I did win. I really won this. But the player came here. I don't know what he's doing here. He said, he really won. I saw it with my own eyes. Both of them are staring here. He said, then stay on their team. You loser. Now they went back to their car in Roblox, and they're just returning to their base. Guys, this was really weird, but one player stayed here, and now he's wearing a blue shirt, meaning he's on our team. We literally just got a new member, and now he's part of this, and we have a total of 4 people in our neighborhood, basically on the blue team, while on their team there are only 3 people. He said, I'm going to help you beat them. Guys, this is really going to be very important. Guys, today I'm in a very safe city. I'm in the safest city of all, because we have a lot of police officers here who take care of the entire city. But that might actually be a problem, because if I break any small rule, I could go to jail. If I go over the speed limit, I could be in jail for a long time. So we have to be very careful. But now I'm heading out. I just received a box. I don't know who sent me this box, but I grabbed it, and I'm taking it inside to see what's inside later. I'm going to leave it right here on the table, because I can only look at it later. But now I got to my car, and for those who don't know, I live in this house. I'm neighbors with a bunch of police officers, and there's even a police car right here. So, if one day I'm wanted by the police, it'll just be my end. But now I'm heading down here very carefully to avoid problems, to avoid going over the speed limit, and it looks like I can pass through here. Guys, this is really good. But while I'm coming this way, the police officer is basically checking my speed. With this device, he can see my speed, and he just turned back there, probably because I didn't go over the speed limit. Guys, this city is really good, but also really bad at the same time. But now I'm arriving here because I want to check out the market. But guys, the parking lot is full, so I'm going to leave my car right here because I don't think it's a problem. After all, there are a lot of cars here, so one more car shouldn't be an issue. Guys, I'm coming to the market because it's having a lot of sales. Everything is half price, so I'm coming here to do some shopping. But for those who don't know, this is my enemy. He said, "Hello, loser." I really don't know why he hates me. He said, "You better be careful. You never know when someone might report you and you end up in jail." I really don't know why he said that. He simply hates me for no reason. But guys, I'm buying a lot of food here. I'm getting all the possible food. Because today I basically want to stay at home, so I think this should be enough to stay at home. But guys, there's a police officer coming here, and maybe he just realized that my car is parked in the wrong place. He even stopped right there, and now he's coming back. Guys, this is a problem, because he just got to my car, and is simply writing a ticket. Guys, this player reported me. I'm sure he did this, but now I'm paying him and just taking these groceries home. But guys, I have to let the police officer know that this car is actually mine. I said, calm down, this car is mine. Seriously, he can't tow this car, because it's mine. I've always been friends with them, because I'm their neighbor. He said, I don't care, take the ticket and come with me. Apparently, he's handing this to me. Guys, I just got this ticket and it's really expensive. He said, pay $5,000 and you'll also be jailed for 5 days. Guys, what he said doesn't make sense. Just because I parked wrong, I'm being jailed for 3 days. I said, why am I being arrested? I want to know the reason why I'm going to jail, to see if this is fair. He said, you parked in the wrong place. That's the reason. Guys, I'm not going to accept this. I'm getting in my car and I'm just going to leave. But I'm still following the traffic laws. But guys, he just got here. This chase he's doing makes no sense. I'm just going to ignore it and pretend nothing is happening. He said, stop, citizen. Guys, I'm just going to ignore him. But there's another police officer right in front of me. And guys, maybe this is a problem because this officer is coming here. But guys, he just opened the gate. And guys, I'm taking this chance to get out of here. This whole situation is really weird. But guys, I'm coming up front and the officer just got here and is stopping my Roblox car. He said, don't move, you're under arrest. Guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to hit the maximum speed to basically get out of here quickly because this is all so unfair. I didn't deserve to be arrested just because I parked wrong. So I'm getting out of here. Guys, now I'm coming up front. I'm going at full speed, heading back to my house. Perfect. I'm arriving right back at my Roblox house. I just hope that this player didn't notice everything I did here in Roblox. He's basically coming up front now to open this Roblox gate. Perfect. He just opened it and now I can come up front. But guys, I'm heading back to my house. This whole situation was just really weird, but I really hope that police officer doesn't show up here. Now I'm heading back home because I want to see what's inside this box. So I'm arriving right here to open it. But guys, there's simply this thing. I have no idea what this is, but it looks a lot like something evil. It actually looks like a disassembled TNT. I don't know why someone sent me this, but guys, there's a police officer coming here. He came directly to my house. And guys, maybe this is a problem. I'm coming here to hide behind this, but now he's inside my house, and guys, he just found this thing that's simply not mine. But now he looks really scared. He said, all units, come to the purple house. Guys, all of this is happening because someone did this to me. Someone planned all of this and is making me get arrested. This is just really weird. But now all these players are coming here. They're basically coming to my Roblox house. Guys, this is really bad because I didn't want this to happen at all. But now there are several police officers coming here to see exactly what's going on. They're all looking at this, and now this one is taking pictures. They're probably going to classify me as if I'm a bad person. But what they don't know is that I didn't do this. He said he really was evil. The market player was right when he said he was evil. Guys, he just mentioned that the market player told them that I'm evil. So, it was this player who did all of this. And there are several cars here, but all the cars belong to him. So, he really planned all of this. Guys, this is really weird, but I don't know how long I can stay here. He said, let's find him and arrest him forever. Guys, this is really weird. They're treating me like a criminal. But the truth is, I'm not like that at all. Now, he's basically coming up front to try to find me. But I'm still in this part of my house. And guys, from what I can see, there's a police officer right here, waiting for someone to pass through this path. So I simply can't go this way anymore. We have another police officer coming to the front. He's probably going to take care of this area. He's even hiding right here, watching everyone passing by. But guys, there's a player here at my house. He's just taking pictures. But guys, he seems like a good person because he's not even trying to find me. He's just taking pictures to basically show where I live in the police records. I'm seriously thinking about telling him the truth about everything that's happening here. So guys, I'm coming up to talk to him about something really important. Guys, he got scared. As soon as he realized I'm here, I said, I'm innocent. None of this makes sense. And yes, I'm being serious, but guys, he's looking here and took a picture. But now he's coming over here. Guys, I have to get out of here quickly. I just closed this door, and now he can't come here anymore. He thought he was really going to catch me. He said, open the door. I need to talk to you. Guys, he really is evil. I didn't realize he was evil, but he doesn't want to help me at all. So I'm getting out of here. He just came back here to try to catch me, but actually, I'm coming out the other side to get my Roblox car. So while he's coming this way, I'm simply leaving from this other side, and now I'm going as far away as possible because I want to talk to this player to find out why he did all this. Guys, I'm coming here. I said, why did you do all this? I didn't do anything to you. And yes, I'm being serious. I don't know this player, but for some reason, he hates me. He said, I had nothing to do, so I decided to make you get arrested. Guys, but I'm going to take a picture of this to show the police what's happening. He said, you really think a picture is going to save you? If you want, I can say in front of them that I did all of this myself. Guys, he really isn't afraid of anything, but now he's back to working here. This player is really strange. But guys, there's a police officer coming here. He's basically driving around the city. He hasn't noticed that I'm here in the market, so I'm going to hide right here so he doesn't see me here in Roblox. So now the officer is coming up front, and he just walked right past. But this player just left, and he said, the criminal is here. Arrest him. Guys, this is really weird. Now the officer coming from the front just stopped and is basically turning around. Guys, this is really weird, but I have to get out of here quickly. I'm going into this room to hide here in Roblox. Apparently, he's showing where I am here in Roblox. But guys, he's going to have to figure out where I went in the market. But I'm exactly in this room. I don't think it will be too hard for him to figure out. Guys, in this room, there's no other place to hide. So I'm coming back here. This is the best spot of all. And now he just showed up here. And guys, he already knows I'm here. He just figured it out. Now he's right here. But guys, I'm not going to let him catch me. He's basically coming this way. Meanwhile, I'm moving to the opposite side of where he is. If he comes to this part, I'm basically going to move in Roblox. I'm not going to let him catch me. Guys, now he's coming right here. So I'm going to run out of here. I'm going into this exact room. And now I'm going to stay hidden right here. Guys, now he's coming right here. But he just walked right past. He really thought I just left. But what he doesn't know is that I stayed back here. And now I'm escaping from here. Guys, I have to get out of here urgently. But I don't know where I'm going to go. But guys, a friend of mine is coming here. I really hope he saw me. But guys, he just stopped his car. And now he's basically coming back here. Guys, this is really good. I said, help me hide. All the police officers are chasing me. And yes, I'm really being serious. He said, okay, then hide in the car. Alright, guys, I'm hiding here. For those who don't know where I am, I'm basically under the car. I'm really well hidden, but the police officer is passing by right here. They really want to know where I am. But guys, he's coming back here, and maybe this is a problem. I really hope he doesn't notice that I'm here. And now my friend is going back to his house, and there are several police officers around, but he came back right here. Guys, I'm going to take this chance and run inside so the police officers don't notice that I'm here. Also, this police officer is coming over here in a really strange way, heading in our direction. But my friend just came back here. He said, hide somewhere. Now he closed the curtains, which is really good. But guys, his house has a lot of interesting things. There are a lot of foods he was making. There are several suitcases. I can really hide here now. Apparently, he's cooking something. I'm going to take this chance to go upstairs to basically hide. But guys, there's a truck right here, and it's actually a really interesting truck because I can use it to hide and maybe escape from the police. And there's also a really interesting soccer field here that my friend never mentioned he built. But guys, there's a police officer coming here, probably to see what's going on in this Roblox house. And guys, this is really a problem. My friend just came here, and basically he let the police officer come here. But now the officer is looking at everything that's here. He's just looking at everything, but it's impossible for me to be in this part. Guys, I'm coming here, and now I'm checking these suitcases to find something. I really need a lot of clothes. Perfect. Now I'm like this. I'm really unrecognizable. The only thing that might give me away is my hair. But the police officer is going to have to try really hard to figure out that this player is me. But guys, the police officer just got here, so this might be a problem. He said, have you seen the suspect? He's wearing a purple shirt. Look, I haven't seen him, but he probably already left the city. I said, I haven't seen him, but I recommend checking the airport, because if I were him, I'd be trying to escape. And yes, I'm being serious. And guys, apparently, he got a bit scared, and now he's heading back. He's basically leaving the house, probably to go to the airport. Guys, this distraction I made was really good. Now this player is coming up front to check the Roblox airport. But guys, I'm not there. He's right in this area, but I don't know how they haven't realized that I saw them. If I were really heading to the airport, I would notice that there are police officers here, and I would simply cancel my flight in Roblox. But my friend just came up here. He said, take my car over there on the mountain and go near the farm. You'll get help there. From what I can tell, he's talking about this car that I just realized belongs to my friend in Roblox, because I didn't know this before, but I'm going to do exactly what he said. So guys, I'm heading back here to get this car. This car is really tall. You can see that this car is just perfect. Now my friend is looking at this, and he just said bye. Guys, I don't know how I'm going to get down from here. It's probably going to be around this part. Perfect. I'm heading down here, but he told me to get to the farm. But guys, the farm is really far away. To get there, I'm going to have to pass by several police officers. This officer is looking here, but he just ignored me, probably because he doesn't think I'm the same player from before. After all, I look really different now. But guys, now I've arrived right here. I don't know if I'll be able to pass through here, because there's a police officer waiting for me, and maybe he noticed that I'm here. He said, go around the side. Guys, I'm passing by here on the side exactly like this, and now I'm arriving at the farm. The farm, for those who don't know, is exactly this one in the city. It's simply a giant farm, and maybe this is perfect for me because I'll be able to restart my life in a much better way than before. So I'm leaving the car right here. But guys, there's a problem. There's already a car here. I thought the whole farm would be just for me, but apparently I'll have to share it with some player in Roblox who happens to be my friend. I said, can I live here? I'm running from the police. And yes, I'm really being serious. I'm literally running from the police. He needs to help me in Roblox. But apparently he agreed. He said, you can live in the treehouse. He's not talking about this house in Roblox. He's talking about this one right here. Alright guys, this is a bit bad, but it's what we have for now. I'll have to live here for a while. Meanwhile, he's going back to his house, but from what I can tell, his house really doesn't have much space for me. So it makes sense that he said I'd have to live up here. So now I'm arriving right here. I'm going to have to climb up this treehouse. But guys, there's no bed here, so I'm going up again, and there's simply a bed here. My situation really isn't very good. But guys, there's a police officer coming here. It looks like he's coming after me, because he's coming straight in this direction, maybe to talk to the owner of this house. He even came right here to talk to my friend in Roblox. He said, have you seen anyone in a purple shirt? He has $1 million bounty. Guys, my friend just left from here. I really hope he doesn't say that I'm in his house, but apparently he said no and just went back inside. So, it looks like I'm really safe here in Brookhaven. Today, I want to break world records that are impossible to break in Brookhaven. I'm going to reach maximum speed and do a bunch of other things. So for this, I called a friend, and he's going to be the instructor, telling me which world record I should break. So now, he's finally coming here because he's simply going to help me. He said, I'm ready to break world records. And you can see that his avatar is different. He dressed up just to break world records safely. But guys, I also have to do this to protect myself. So here on the right, I'm going to use a specific shirt, exactly this shirt, and I'll wear these pants, and also this hat. And now I'm ready to do this. But I'm coming here to the car, and my friend has to come along too. He said, where's my seat? But I'm looking here, and it's true, this car has no seats, so my friend will unfortunately have to stay back here. Actually, I just put a seat here, and now he can come back here, and I want to see what the first world record I have to break is. He said, go to the houses. Okay, I'm coming to the houses because he asked for this. So I got here, and there are only weird houses. There's a giant house, and also 2 identical houses, and I don't know why he called me here, but he just got here in front, and he said, I dare you to reach the top of the treehouse with the car. But guys, that's impossible. It's pretty easy to reach this house because I just have to jump this ramp and I can get here with the car. But on top of the treehouse, it's impossible and there's no way to do that. He said, so you're going to give up? Actually, I'm not. So to do this, maybe I'll have to change cars. Here on the right, I have to find a really tall car to do this. Perfect, I got this car and now he's back here, but I'm going to have to make some modifications so I can do this. First, I'm going to change some options up here, and now I think I'm ready to do this. And I'm going to have to get back here, and I'm going to have to fly really high. But I'm running back here now, and I'm going to have to turn my car at the last second. Perfect, I just did that, and it's actually possible to get up there. So much so that even he's looking here. And he said, wait, you almost made it. It wasn't supposed to work. Look, he says it's impossible to do this, but I managed to break this record. And now my goal is to leave the car right up here, and I'm sure it's going to be really hard. But for some reason, there's a player having a barbecue here, and that seems pretty interesting. But he's looking here and said, you'll never make it. And now he's laughing at me. And guys, I really don't know why he did this, but I'm going to prove to him that I can do this. But this time, I'm going to need a lot of speed in Roblox. So now, I'm going back here at maximum speed, and I have to see if I can do this again. And unfortunately, it didn't work, but my car broke, and it's on this part up here. My car is just sitting on this roof, and that's bad, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Now I have to come back here in a very different way. I'm going to jump right at this part and get my car back. Perfect. Now I'm coming back here full speed. I'm accelerating as much as I can. But guys, it didn't work, but I had a different idea. To do this, I'm going to need my friend's help. Clearly, he's going to have to go to the airport and do something very specific. He just left here, and I said, do the airport bug. It's going to be important. And he really has to do it, because otherwise I won't be able to break this world record. And now my friend is coming back here to do it. He's just coming here in the front, directly to the Roblox plane, because for those who don't know, there's a very specific bug in this plane, and he's going to have to get inside. And now he has to press this button, and then I'm going to help him. But first, he has to get here. But I'm coming here to pick him up, because as soon as he presses that button, he's going to have to teleport. So I'm already waiting for him with this Roblox item. And as soon as he gets here, I'm going to carry him. And now he finally got here, and I'm carrying him. Now he got the parachute, and finally, I'm going to be able to break this world record. He said, but how are you going to do that? It's not going to work. Look, I had a brilliant idea to do this. First, I'm going to get this car, and now I'm going to have to climb this mountain. And that's how I'm going to break this record. Now I'm getting here, and I have to calculate all this to land on my Roblox house. But there's a problem. I'm starting to think this won't work because my house is too far. car, and my car is also too slow. So I'm falling here, and unfortunately, I couldn't do it. My car is spinning a lot. And now again, I'm accelerating back here, and I'm going to try to do it again. And it actually worked, but my car just fell to the ground. And unfortunately, it's not possible to do it. He said, wait, I know how to do it, but first, we need a plane. And guys, I think I know what he wants to do. He probably wants to get a plane to help me put a car up here. So I'm coming here in the front to get a plane, but actually, I already know how this works. And I know I'll need another person to help me do it. But this friend of mine is right here, and he's a security guard at this place. I said, get a plane and help us, please. And guys, he has to help us because this is really important. But he's looking here, and he said, I'll only help because I'm bored. But he has this red card, which is very important because he can go down here and access a very weird place. And in this place, we have this plane, which is going to be very important. So I'm coming here to the front because he's coming here to pick me up, and he's landing right here. Now he's going to have to fly in this direction, and I'm going to try to land on my house with the car. So now, he's basically taking off, and he's coming exactly up here. And the spot where he stopped is perfect. He's spinning in the air because, for those who don't know, if he does that, the plane stops descending, and I can finally get out of here and grab a car on the right. And I got this car, which just fell. It just dropped here, so I'll have to get a smaller car. Perfect. I just got this bike, which will probably be very important. Now I have to go down here very carefully, but unfortunately, it didn't work. So now he's coming back here to pick me up. And finally, I'm coming back here. So much so that now it's my second chance to do this, but this time it's much farther away. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I just got this bike, and now I'm ready to do it again. But suddenly, my bike is stuck here, so I had to start running because the bike is going to fall at any moment. And now I'm going to have to basically fall here, and it's working. I finally managed to land right on this house with my Roblox bike, so it looks like I really just broke this world record. But now, I want to see what the next world record is. So much so that he picked up the notebook. He said, perfect, you beat that one. Now you have to get the maximum number of cars in a garage. But I didn't understand what he said. He wants me to just get the maximum number of cars, but the maximum number of cars is only 3 cars. So much so that he's staring at me, and he said, you're going to have to convince everyone to put a car in your garage. Okay, this is going to be impossible, and actually, there's no way to do that. But he picked up the notebook again, and he said, yes, it is possible. The maximum number of cars was 12 cars. Okay, I'm going to need a lot of help to do this, and I also need to get a huge garage to make it work. So there are several houses on the right where I can do this, but this one is definitely the best because this house has an underground garage that fits many cars here, and it's probably the biggest garage in Brookhaven. So I'm going to start by doing this, and I'm going to start by grabbing the car on the right, like this one. But my friend has to help me with this. He just needs to help me do this because it's going to be really important. He said, okay, I'll help. So first, I'm going to place this car down here, exactly in this spot. And we have the first car here, and now he also grabbed a car and is coming down here. And we just got the second car. So I'm going back to the front to get the third car. So much so that I'm bringing this car inside. But this is going to be really hard because the world record was 12 cars. So if I get 13 cars, I'll already be winning. Perfect, I got out of here. But it looks like this plane is falling here, and my friend just got to this part. And this is going to be really important because we need a lot of people to do this. I said, put a car in the garage, and actually, put 3 cars. And I'm not joking, because this is going to be important. Now my friend just got here and is putting his car in this part, but he accidentally hit maximum speed. You can see his car is really bugged. So much so that it looks like my friend agreed, and he's going to get his car. Now he got the weirdest car, and people normally don't use this car, but he just grabbed it, a car that no one ever uses. And he also did a really weird maneuver because I don't know how he drove up the wall with this car, but he left the car right in this spot. Now there are more cars coming in here, and this is really good, including one that flipped over. This car is completely flipped over, and I don't know how he did that. But guys, my garage is getting full, and we have 4 cars here, and also 3 cars here, meaning we have 7 cars, but it's still not enough. So I'm going to grab another car. Perfect, I got this car, and I'm bringing it right here. And it looks like my friend is also coming here to help me do this. I'm going to have to leave this car back here, and now he's coming here too. But guys, I'm going to teleport here, and it looks like my friend already got the maximum number of cars possible, and I still have 1 more car to get because I only grabbed 2 cars. So now I'm going to get the 3rd car on the right, and I'm bringing it down here. And now we have 9 cars in total, but we still need 3 more cars to break the world record. So I'm arriving at this house, and I have to convince this player to just lend me a car, and not just 1 car, actually 3 cars. But I'm sure he won't help me do this in Roblox. He said, of course I'll help, but only if you beat me in a basketball match. And guys, this is bad because he wants to have a competition against me, and he'll only help if I beat him. So much so that he just made a shot here, and I hope he misses it, but he ended up scoring. So I also have to make this shot. So much so that I took the shot, and I actually actually made it, and it actually worked. But now it's his turn. So much so that he just shot again, and he scored again. But he's looking here, and he said, whoever gets 3 points first wins. Okay, this is going to be tough. So I shot again, and now I hope I make this one. But I ended up missing, and now he shot again, and he scored. So he just won this in Roblox, and he's laughing at me, and I won't be able to get his help to get 12 cars, and that's really sad. But guys, he just came up here in the front, and he's grabbing several cars, and for some reason, he grabbed 3 cars, and that's really impressive. He's actually helping me, even though he won. He said, but you're going to drive them, because I'm not going to help. And now he went back to his house, and he has a giant house. But he really helped me a lot. So I'm calling those players because they have to help me do this. So much so that one of them just left here, and they're basically coming here to help me, because there are 3 cars here, and there are also 3 players, meaning all of us are going to grab a car and take it to the garage. So much so that they're arriving here, and now we're going in. But one of them got stuck outside, and the other 2 just crashed. I don't know how this is possible, but the 2 of them crashed here and can't get out of this part anymore. And now, they're finally coming here. But I'm bringing this car here because I just managed to get 12 cars. And now the other car is coming here, and I need 3 more cars because I want to fill this garage with cars. So I just came back here, and it looks like the 2 of them are watching this. He said, ask the neighbor for some cars. And I think he's talking about this neighbor. But down here, there are a total of 12 Brookhaven cars, and I want to add even more. And for that, I'm coming here to talk to the neighbor to see if he'll help me do this. But I don't even know who this neighbor is. So much so that he just appeared here, and apparently, he's my friend. I said, help me put as many cars as possible in my garage. And I really need help, and if he helps me do this, that will be really great. And it looks like he agreed, meaning he's really going to help me do this. But he grabbed a truck, and actually, he needs to grab a smaller car. I said, grab a smaller car. The truck will take up too much space. Now he got this van, and this van is really going to be much better. So much so that he grabbed this other car and is also bringing it down here. And guys, my garage is starting to get really interesting because it's packed. There are just so many cars in here. He placed this car right here to leave more space, and now he got the last car. Guys, this is the last car he can get, so he's placing this car exactly here, and we now have a total of cars. I said, and now, what do I do? Seriously? Because there aren't any more people to get cars? He said, there's the police officer. Every time we steal his car, he gets another one. Okay, this is going to be really important. So I'm carrying my friend here, and now I'm arriving at the police officer. But I just got here, and apparently the police officer has this car, and he's working in here. I said, take his car, and my friend is going to have to do that. So he's coming up here to take this car, because this is going to help a lot. And now he just got out of here. So much so that the police officer saw what happened, and now he's coming up here to deal with this. But he just grabbed another car, and the police officer isn't even chasing my friend to get his car back. And now he just went back to work. That was really weird. But my friend is coming up here, and this time, I'm going to have to steal this car. Perfect. I just grabbed it, and I'm getting out of here, and I'm coming up here. So much so that I'm sure he's really mad. My friend is finally coming down here, but he can't do it, because every time he's crashing. And he finally managed to do it, but he came down in a really strange way. So much so that my garage is almost full, and I don't know if it will fit many more cars. And we have a total of 14 Roblox cars. But guys, he just showed up here, and he said, it can fit 20 more cars for sure. Look, I don't think it can fit 20 more cars. And actually, I think that's impossible. He said, if you ask people for help, it's definitely possible. Look, I don't think so. But the police officer just arrived here, and it looks like this time he's not very happy, and he's really mad. You can tell he's mad about this because people keep taking his car all the time. But both of us are arriving here, and my friend is going to have to take this car. So I'm going to get in the passenger seat. Now he's going back home, and I'm sure after this, the police officer is going to be really mad. And finally, I'm bringing this car here and leaving it in the garage. He really helped me a lot, just to break this world record. He said, wait, let's break another world record. Put the maximum number of lights on top of your house. Clara, this is going to be really hard, but it's possible. I'm going to have to grab this light on the right and just put as many lights as possible on top of my house. This is going to be almost impossible. But guys, I'm calling for help in Roblox so that everyone can help me put as many lights as possible up here and as many cars as possible in the garage. While he's putting several cars down here, a lot of players are coming here to help me. In the meantime, I'm going to put as many lights as possible because I want to break this world record for the maximum number of lights I can place. And now you can see that there are several players coming here with cars, and I'm sure this is going to work. There are at least 20 cars here, and now a lot of cars are coming in, and it's literally packed. And I'm going to try to help them by moving these cars to the side. So much so that a lot of players are coming with cars, and this is really cool. And we just broke the world record for the maximum number of cars down here. But now, I'm coming up here because I need more help in Roblox. Now they have to put a lot of lights up here, and it's starting to work, and a lot of lights are showing up in this area. With everyone's help, this is really working, and I'm going to break this world record. So I'm also going going to place the light in this part. Perfect! I'm placing a lot of lights, and it's looking perfect. You can see that there's so much light here that the players are lagging. Basically, this is starting to freeze the players' computers, but we have to keep placing lights. Now I grab this bus, where all the players will have to get in here, and it looks like there are a lot of people here, so I'm coming up to the front. But guys, my house is looking really weird. I'm just going really far away, and I'm arriving right here. I can literally see this house that has a lot of red lights. It even looks like an admin house. But I'm coming back in the car, and suddenly someone stole my bus. They literally just stole it, and this is really weird. You can see that this is the maximum number of cars you can put in a garage, and this house is really packed with cars. So much so that I just broke all the possible world records. I have a very simple car in Brookhaven. All my cars are very simple, but today, I want to find different ways to improve my Roblox car. And I'm going to find ways to add customization kits to my car to make it look much cooler. So for that, I called my friend, who is going to help me with this. He said, "What is that behind you?" But I'm looking back here, and there's a player building a house. And this house is turning out really weird because he's building it the wrong way. He's putting up a bunch of walls here, and it's looking really bad. So I'm coming over here to talk to him, understand what's going on, and also to start customizing my car, because I want to get revenge on a player. In case you didn't know, there's a player who simply insulted me in Roblox, and I have to get back at him today. I said, "What are you doing?" Because the player is up here now, and he just showed up here to say something. He said, "I'm building the best house ever." Look, I disagree with him. His house is turning out really weird, and he's just putting up random walls that aren't even making the house look nicer. But now, I have to choose a car to do this. There are several cars I can customize, and my friend has to help me pick one. He said, "Choose the worst car of all," which is exactly this one. But guys, there's a player coming over here, and for those who don't know, this player is simply my enemy. He said, "Hey, poor guy, which poor car are you going to choose?" And guys, I don't know why he's saying that, and everything he says is really weird. And now he's laughing at me. He said, "Put lights under your car." So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make as many modifications as possible to make my car look better. So I'm heading to the beach, because the beach is beautiful, and I need to be in a nice place to improve my car. So much so that my friend just left from here, and he said it would be cool to put something on the back of your car. And that's true, my car is like this, and it would be really interesting to add something here. So here on the right, I'm going to choose one of these items. I'm going to put exactly this item here, but it turned out way too big. So here on the right, I'm going to choose this other one. I'm going to place it right here to see if my car looks better. Now I'm going to change the color of my car. But guys, this didn't turn out very nice. It actually didn't change anything, so I'm going to remove it, and I picked this other item on the right, and I'm going to put it inside my car. I'm trying to place it here, but it's really hard. Perfect, I put it here, but it doesn't look nice, and I want my friend to tell me what item I should put on my car. He said, "Put lights under the car." Look, he really wants me to put lights under my car, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. First, I have to drive my car and reach a very specific place, and I'm climbing this mountain like this, and now I have to go down right here. Perfect, that worked, but the car just flipped over, and it didn't work because my friend stayed in the car. So again, I have to drive this, and now I have to go up here like this, and go down here just like this. And now I finally made it. But guys, now he arrived here running, and he just placed a ladder, and I'm going to climb it. But here on the right, I'm going to grab this item, and if I put it here, the item will start glowing. But I'm realizing that I did this wrong. He said, "You did the tutorial wrong." I just realized that. Now I'm coming back here because I have to flip my car in a different way. I have to flip my car sideways, exactly like this. Perfect, I managed to do that. And now if I come back here and place this item, it will finally work. And after many modifications, my car ended up like this. And now I have to visit the player to see what he thinks of my car. My friend said, "Are you going to make more modifications to the cars?" Well, today I'm going to make as many modifications as possible, and I'm going to test as many car mods as I can. But now, I want revenge for what the player did to me. So I'm heading to his house, and apparently, we have a neighborhood here with a lot of very different houses. And apparently, this player is selling all of this. But now, I'm coming to this house because I want to see what this player wants to say. So I'm arriving here with my Roblox car, and I just got here. Now I'm going to sit in the chairs, because this is a presentation that this player probably made for us. But he just turned on the light, and now he appeared there, and I want to see what he has to say. He said, "You will never have a car as cool as mine. The lights on your car are terrible." And guys, he's talking about his car, and his car is actually pretty interesting, while my car looks really bad. The lights on my Roblox car are weird, and everything about my car is just bad, while his car is perfect. And now he's laughing at us. He said, "You have until tonight to get a car better than mine." He even turned into a bad guy, but he went inside here, so I'm following him, because I want to know why he's picking a fight with me. So I went inside here, but he just disappeared. He literally vanished from here, and I don't even know how he did that. But I'm leaving this house, and my friend is looking over here, and he wants to steal this car. And he actually managed to do it, and he's coming over here in front. My friend just stole this Roblox car, and that's impressive. So I'm getting back in my car, because I have to follow my friend, and I want to see what he's doing with this car. Now he's coming up here in front, but the player's car is very different, because it has these things on the back. But my friend just left from here, and he said, "I bet you can't make a car for a zombie apocalypse." Well, I'll do that later, but first, I want to win the competition. So first, I have to get rid of this car. So I'm coming over to the lake by my house because this old car of mine is going to be thrown in here. Now I'm arriving at this part, and unfortunately, this is the end of my car. And even my friend is coming over here because he has something to say. He said, "Don't throw your car away. Let me hide it." And apparently my friend is going to hide my car, and I want to see how he's going to do that. But he just threw the car into the lake, and that's really weird. He just did what I was about to do because I was going to throw the car into this part, and he just went ahead and finished it, and then he left. But guys, this lake is really strange because it's actually huge, and it covers my entire house, and there are even secret places here. But now I'm leaving this area, and my car is hidden in this part, and I'm sure it's impossible to get my car out of here, and it's really difficult. But I left here because I want to grab this car and turn it into the best car ever. So I'm coming right here, and my friend came here too, but that player just teleported here, and maybe that's a problem. He said, "You're such a noob. You stole my car because you're jealous." Look, I wasn't the one who took his car, but he's coming back here in his car just to drive it again, and his car is really fast. So much so that he just ran back to his house, and this time he hit his car. But now, I'm coming here in front because I want to upgrade this car, and I'm going to make the best customizations ever. He said, "Put lights under the car, specifically red lights." Okay, and I'm going to do exactly that. So now, I'm coming back here because I have to flip this car of mine exactly like this. But my car isn't perfect because it's not flipped the right way. Now my friend just left from here, and apparently he placed a ladder, and he almost fixed this. But my car just went back to normal. So I'm going to have to do the glitch again. And I'm arriving here, and it finally worked. Now I'm going to grab this item on the right, and I'm going to place it right here. But this time I'm going to choose the color red, so it looks like this. But I'm going to do it a little differently. I placed the item a bit lower so that my car looks nicer, and I'm pretty sure it worked. This item turned out much better than before, and even my friend is coming over here, and you can see that my car has this light underneath it, which is way better than before, because before this light was sticking out, but now it's inside the car. Now I have to change the color of my car to red, and it's looking really cool. He said, "Red doesn't match the car, so I'm going to have to change that. I'm going to make the color of the car match the color of the hood. So up here, I have to choose the hood color. Perfect. My car looks like this now, and it's really perfect. It has lots of red details, and we have this thing that's red, and several other red parts on my car, like the interior, which looks like this, and also this part here, and everything on my car has to be red. So I'm choosing another tire for the car, and I'm going to put the red tire. I'm going to lower the car, and it's starting to look really nice." He said, "Add a spoiler, and also other things." Okay, I'm going to try another way to improve my car, to make it look really nice. So I'm arriving at a nicer place, and for that, I'm flying in Roblox, and I finally arrived right here. So here on the right, I'm going to choose a spoiler, which I'm going to put on the back of the car. And now it looks like this. It's really nice, but I want to add decorations inside the car. So here on the right, I'm going to choose this item, and I want to see if I can place it here. And I can actually place decorations, but here it didn't look very nice. But here on the right again, I'm going to choose this red item, and I'm going to place it inside my car, exactly here. Now this looks really interesting. You can see that we have the red item here, which looks really cool because it seems like it's inside the car. He said, "Take that out. It looks horrible." Okay, I'm going to have to remove that, which is really sad because I wanted to keep this item. But now, I'm going to place an item on the back of the car because we have this thing right here. So here on the right, I'm going to choose this item, and I'm going to put it on the back of the car. But my friend suddenly started taking pictures, and for some reason, he's doing that. I said, "Grab a flashlight." After all, a flashlight will be more important. Now I'm going to place this item here, and this item is huge. But he's staring at me, and he said, "This item is new. It wasn't in the game before." And guys, I'm looking here, and this item really does seem new. So I removed the line from the car and placed it here on the ground. And this item looks like a new game item because now it is carbon fiber. So I'm checking this other item, and you can see that the two are very different. But I'm going to put this other one here on the back of my car. But guys, this doesn't look very nice. He said it doesn't match the car. And this is really difficult, but there's a player leaving from here, and I don't know what he's doing. But apparently, he's coming in our direction, and I think this is a problem because he's coming over here, maybe to pick a fight with us. But I'm not sure. But he crashed into my car. Actually, he tried to crash into my car, but he can't because my car is really strong. So much so that he just left from here. And he said, "I'm going to tow your car because someone hit it." But guys, he was the one who did that. Now my friend just got in here, and I don't know why he hit my car. He just did it for no reason, but I'm not going to help him, and I'm not going to let my car get towed. He said, "You have no choice." Now he went back there to start towing my Roblox car. But what he doesn't know is that there's already a player driving here, which means he can't drive it. He said, "Get out of my truck." But now, I'm going to try to improve this, and there must be a way to make this look much nicer. So I just placed these two, and it actually looks pretty interesting. It really looks like a real item. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove this. Here on the right, I'm going to grab this engine, and I'm going to place it on the front of my car. And this is starting to get interesting. And you you can see that this player is getting really angry, and he's actually super mad. Now here on the right, I'm going to grab this item, but I'm not going to put it on top of the car. Actually, I'm going to put it inside the car so that it has a hidden light. Perfect. I placed the item here, and it's exactly like this. And if I grab this other item on the right, this one is much more interesting, especially because the light is yellow. So I'm going to put this on my car. Now I'm adding a bunch of lights, and you can see that my car looks like this, and it doesn't seem like there are lights on the car. But if I go inside the car, you can clearly see that it has this light here. But now I'm going to add more, and I'm placing as many lights as possible. You can see that my car has a lot of lights, and this is perfect. There's really a lot of light coming from my car. But this player is really mad, and he wants my friend to get out of the truck. Now he got inside, but it's already too late because I'm already leaving from here. He's trying to come over here to catch me, but my car has a lot of lights, and it's getting really interesting. He said, "Run, we have to upgrade the car." Okay, I'm getting out of here quickly because I don't want my car to get towed. And for some reason, this player won't stop chasing me in Roblox. And that's really weird. But now, I'm just going to crash into his truck. He's getting closer, and now I crashed into his truck, and I'm sure he's really mad. So much so that he crashed his own truck. Now it's starting to get dark, and you can see that this light is actually really interesting. But I'm arriving at my house to finally finish the modifications. He said, "Be careful not to fall into the lake." Okay, I'm backing up carefully here, and my car is almost perfect. And here on the right, I can grab these stars and simply place them on the car. But that doesn't look very interesting. But he's staring at me, and he said, "Put them inside the windows. Maybe it will look cool." And this idea he had is actually pretty interesting. Now I'm placing the star here, and you can see that it looks like this. And this doesn't look very nice, and it really doesn't match the car. So I removed it. But here we have these 4 Roblox items that look like this. And I'm going to try to put this on top of my car. Perfect. I'm placing it here, and it's actually starting to look pretty interesting. You can see that it looks like this. And this effect is really cool, because on my car, I want to add as many modifications as possible. But guys, I want to see if my friend had any ideas on what to do, because I'm out of ideas. He said, "Put police lights under the car." And this idea he had is really good. Here on the right, I can grab these lights, or even this other police light. But I'm going to choose this item here, because it's more interesting. And I'm going to put this on my car. And actually, I'm going to choose the red one. Now I placed it right here at the back, and I'm going to add several of these items here, so the effect looks really cool. Perfect, I added 3, and now I have to activate them. And for that, I have to press these buttons. So I activated the buttons, and my car is starting to look really interesting. Now I'm leaving from here, but you can see that there's this flashing light back here, which makes the car look really interesting. And that's really cool. He said, "Let's visit him now." So we have to do that. But this player is still selling his house, and that's really weird, because he's still selling it. He said, "Do you want to buy it? I'll sell it for free." And these houses are actually pretty interesting, but I already have my house. So unfortunately, I won't want this. But now I'm coming up here in front because I'm arriving at the players competition, and I think I should really remove this thing on top. He said, "That's true, remove it because it doesn't look good." Okay, I removed these 2 items, and now I'm arriving at the presentation, and I'm going to have to climb up this part. And for that, my friend placed a ladder here, and I'm going to be able to climb up here. I'm almost there, but this is really difficult, and now I finally managed to get up here. But guys, it looks like the player is over there, just watching all of this. But now he got really scared, not understanding how I did this. You can see that there's this yellow light, and he just turned off the light, and this light is really bright, and there's a lot of light on this Roblox car of mine. He said, "How did you do that? Teach me." Look, unfortunately, I can't, but he ran off from here, so I'm going after him, and I don't know why he's suddenly running. Maybe he's afraid of my car. He's even running while looking at my car, and he's really scared of it. But now he ran off in Roblox, and that was really weird, but my car is perfect. It really became the best car ever, because it's unique. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.